Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, Winter D here, back in your PlayStation Source. And of course, there is one of the biggest games that has ever been hyped up, that has ever been released, probably, that has ever been anticipated, honestly. Damn, that was kind of fire ass line right there. But it is, of course, Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red. And I'm gonna say it right now here, guys. This may be controversial, I don't know. I will not be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on day one, and I have a few reasons why that I think a lot of people don't know or they aren't aware fully, because it hasn't really been fully talked about, overall, because of another thing that we're going to talk about as well, as to why there is very little talk about the console version of the game. But I say let's jump right into it. Let's see why I will not be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on PS5. Alright, so first up here is to talk about the systems that the game will actually be releasing on, because it is a little bit misleading, well, not really misleading, it's just that a lot of people aren't aware that, while yes, you can buy Cyberpunk 2077 on December 10th, on Thursday, tomorrow, right? You can buy them on PS5 and on Xbox Series X, right? However, you will be playing the PS4 and the Xbox One versions of those games respectively. So of course, in the essence of us being a PlayStation channel, we're going to focus on the PlayStation side of things here. So you will be playing the PS4 version tomorrow if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 5, and the upgraded version, the PS5 version, the next gen version, will not be coming out until 2021, and they haven't specified if it's early 2021 or late 2021. I remember them saying like early 2021 in like previous types of ways that they have talked about this, but they haven't really said it lately, so who knows when it'll come out. Apparently it's gonna be next year, but they did lay out some ways that you will be able to have a upgrade, and there's gonna be two different upgrades that we'll be talking about here that I will lay out right now to you guys, as given to us from IGN, link below in the description. According to the developers at CD Projekt Red, there will be more than one upgrade steps to a next-gen version of the game, and the first upgrade will happen at launch on December 10th. Cyberpunk 2077 will come with a Day One patch that offers several next-gen improvements to the PS4 version when played on the PS5. The exact details have not been shared, but are likely to include improved load times, frame rate, and visuals. The patch will be automatically updated and downloaded when you play Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time. However, this is only an early upgrade, meaning the game should perform similarly to other PS4 games that have been boosted via backwards compatibility. And so I did want to lay out here that we did have a follow-up to this whole thing given to us from Robert Ramsey of Push Square Shot to You, link below in the description as well, and he did lay out that the PS5 version of the game, now let me here, we're gonna have to jump some hoops here, okay? So I mean the PS5 boosted version on Cyberpunk 2077, so not the PS5 version in itself, okay? So this is the boost of the PS4 version on PS5. He did lay out that it does have performance mode, so that is making the game run at, quote, a fairly smooth 60 frames per second. So it is going to run better on PS5, of course, that is to be expected with the backwards compatibility boost type thing that we've seen with other games. But let's go over the big boy that is the next gen version, the PS5 version. The developers have stated that the second upgrade will be a true upgrade when the game is officially released for the PlayStation 5 sometime in 2021. As of now, the details for what is in this eventual patch are unclear, as it is the dates and the steps players will need to take. The devs have confirmed that the update will take full advantage of next gen hardware and will be released for free to anyone with a copy of the game. In addition, the developer have confirmed that save files will transfer over to the PS5 version of the game. To transfer save files, PlayStation users will need to either use the PlayStation Plus cloud service or via USB or via the data transfer method on PS5 consoles. And so your save will be all fine and dandy, but like I said before, the main upgrade, like the main PS5 version of this game, will not be coming out until 2021. So for me, honestly, having a PS5, wanting to play all these games on console at the highest fidelity, I even waited for Destiny 2 to come out with their update this week, which I'm now playing right now. It's fantastic. So I think that is a big reason why I am definitely not going to play Cyberpunk on day one, and I know a lot of people on the timeline do not know that right now. So definitely, guys, be aware that Cyberpunk you're playing on PS5 tomorrow is not the full PS5 version. It is a boosted version of the PS4 version, which is fine. A lot of people are gonna be cool with that. It runs at 60 frames on PS5, so I mean, hey, that's gonna please me, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to wait to get all the graphic fidelity that I can get out of the PS5 version. Now, next up here, let's talk about the whole review cycle of this game, right? So if you guys have been looking at Metacritic, you'll see that the game has a very, very handsome 91 score. A lot of people have been loving it. There are some issues with the game. A lot of people have been talking about those issues with the game, from a bug level to an overall premise level, in terms of how they, how they kind of show and display different types of groups of people, whether it be their ethnic skin, their sexual preference. I digress. Some of those are not, I guess, the best tastefulness in the way they could have done it, and I don't know personally, just because I haven't played the game, but that's just what I've been hearing. But the big thing to know about these Metascores is that if you look at the platform that they are reviewed upon, they all say PC. That is because the devs, CD Projekt Red, only released PC versions of the game to review outlets and media outlets, and at that, they didn't even release a lot of codes, because there was only a few people that got their hands on the game. I know, just with kind of funny people that I follow a lot, they only got one code out of the whole group, so that is, kind of wild. And there's a lot of big YouTubers that still don't have the game that you would assume they would have it by now. But that is the whole thing here, is that they are only giving out PC codes for the game, and that means that unless you are a developer, right, or you were someone that were so blessed by Best Buy to get the game early because they were shipping them out early for whatever reason, maybe for COVID or whatever, but if you're one of those, if you're not one of those two people, you have not played the console version of Cyberpunk 2077, and that, I think, could be construed as a major flag, right? Now, I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here, right? Let's say that, all right, Kev, let's look at the essence of this game. Okay, this game has been hyped and was first unveiled back in 2012. It has been 8 years. It has been a long time coming for this game, right? And the main focal point of this game is its scope, its scale, and its graphic fidelity, and all of what it does from a technical standpoint, right? So, of course, the PC is going to be the best place to experience all of those at its highest quality. Like, the Cyberpunk version on PC is going to be the best looking game by far across any of the platforms, full stop, right? I could see why the devs would want the reviewers to experience the game at the highest quality. I get that, right? That totally makes sense, but I do feel that there could be a dilemma where the console versions are next to broken, right? Like that could definitely be a thing. If they're already talking about bugs and all these different issues and problems with having to load your save a bunch of times or whatever on the PC version that the reviewers got to play, who knows what the console version looks like when we get our hands on it, right? And I think that this could definitely be something that gets fixed with just the day one patches, and this may not be an issue. This may not be a problem. Like, maybe, yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is broken on console when you play it without the patch for day one, but maybe when you install that patch, maybe everything just clears up and it's all good. But I do think it's a little bit of a dilemma that these reviewers were not given the platform to play Cyberpunk 2077 that, honestly, I would wager probably most people are going to be playing this game on. Like I think that the bulk of you know what? I don't know if I actually, I don't think I can actually say that. I would say there's a large portion of the fan base that will be playing this game on console, right? Like, I don't think that is absurd to say. I was about to say that, like, more people were going to play on console than PC. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I'll say a large portion of people are going to be playing this game on console, right? So for them to not send out review codes for the console version, right, and to have that playable and see how that looks and see how that runs and everything, does lead me to believe that maybe those versions could be messed up in the early few weeks or months of the game's release. Again, like I said before, maybe it runs fine with the day one patch. Maybe everything goes smoothly, and maybe I'm just talking out of my ass here, and there is nothing to worry about. But I do think that there's enough here to at least question the state, if we will, that the console version of this game is in. So that's another reason why I'm gonna sit out on this one. You know, that one is a little bit less the reason why. Mainly the reason is why is the PS5 version will not officially be released until next year. And I definitely want to experience this game in its full capacity if I'm going to play it, because I'm not even sure if I'm going to play it, honestly. I'm not even sure. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We will see. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Are any of these deal breakers for you on Cyberpunk 2077 and the way it plays on PS5 and how it's playing the PS4 version? And also, are you skeptical of the game's quality since it has not been reviewed for consoles? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure also, before you go, check out that description where you can find links to our Discord, our Twitter, as well as an Anchor link. That way you can listen to long-form content in podcast format. Those, of course, being the most two recent Road 2 series, Road to PS5, Road to Miles Morales. There are no Road 2 series right now going, but guys, keep it tuned in. 2021, we're gonna do it big. Road 2 is coming back next year with a vengeance. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe to PlayStation Stories to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.